There are moments in anime where victory stops feeling heroic, where survival itself feels horrifying, and no arc captures that feeling better than Return to Shiganshina. Because this wasn't just another battle in Attack on Titan. This was humanity's final gamble. Every mystery, every sacrifice, every death had been leading to this moment. And the terrifying part is that humanity only won because people willingly walked toward death. Return to Shiganshina isn't just Attack on Titan's greatest arc. It's the moment the series transcended anime.
When the scouts return to Shiganshina,
nobody feels hopeful. That's important. Because unlike earlier arcs, this time, everyone understands the cost. They already know Titans can't be defeated fairly. They already know most of them won't survive. But they go anyway. And that's what makes this arc different. Return to Shiganshina isn't about courage. It's about desperation. Humanity has reached a point where retreat is no longer possible. They either uncover the truth hidden in the basement, or everything that came before was meaningless.
And then, the Beast Titan appears. Not like a monster, but like a natural disaster. The terrifying thing about Zeke is how calm he is. He doesn't scream, he doesn't rage. He casually destroys human lives like he's throwing stones into water. And within minutes, humanity's strongest soldiers become helpless. This is one of the few moments in Attack on Titan where defeat feels absolute, not dramatic, not emotional, inevitable.
And then, Erwin Smith gives one of the greatest speeches in anime history. But what makes the speech powerful isn't motivation, it's honesty. Erwin doesn't promise victory. He doesn't promise survival. He doesn't even promise meaning. He simply asks them to
honest.
die.
Are all of us riding to our deaths?
Yes, we are.
And since we're dying anyway, you're saying that it's better if we at least die fighting?
I am.
But wait, if we'll die anyway, then who cares what we do? We could just disobey your orders, and it wouldn't mean a thing, would it?
Yes, you're precisely right. Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen, their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
That's what makes it inspiring. Because Erwin understands something terrifying. Humanity cannot survive unless ordinary people choose sacrifice. And deep down, Erwin knows he's speaking to himself.
The suicide charge might be the most horrifyingly beautiful scene in Attack on Titan, because every single person riding forward already knows they're dead. They aren't charging toward victory, they're charging toward distraction. They are sacrificing themselves so Levi gets one chance to save humanity. And that's what makes the scene unforgettable. Not bravery, not patriotism, but the terrifying realization that humanity's survival depended on people abandoning hope completely.
And then, Levi attacks. After all the death, all the sacrifice, all the horror, Levi becomes humanity's rage. The reason this fight feels so satisfying is because it isn't just revenge. It's payoff. Every death during the charge, every terrified scream, every sacrifice,
leads to this single moment. And for the first time in the entire battle, the Beast Titan feels afraid.
But Return to Shiganshina isn't finished destroying us, because then Armin makes his choice. And unlike Erwin's speech, there's no audience, no dramatic charge, no applause. Just a terrified child choosing to die for his best friend. And honestly, that's what makes this moment unbearable. Armin was never the strongest. He was never the bravest. But he always believed there was something beyond the walls worth seeing. And in the cruelest way possible, he sacrifices his dream so someone else can reach it.
The serum decision is where Return to Shiganshina becomes truly unforgettable. Because suddenly, saving humanity isn't the hard part anymore. Choosing who deserves to live is. And there is no correct answer. That's the genius of the scene. Erwin could save humanity, but Armin could save its future. And in the end, Levi makes a decision that changes everything. He lets Erwin rest.
Return to Shiganshina is Attack on Titan's greatest arc, because it represents the true cost of freedom. Not glory, not victory, sacrifice. This arc shattered humanity, so the truth could finally emerge. And maybe that's why it still hurts so much, because deep down, we understand something terrifying. The world beyond the walls was only discovered because countless people never lived long enough to see it. And that's what makes Return to Shiganshina unforgettable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more anime arc deep dives. And tell me in the comments, which sacrifice in Attack on Titan hit you the hardest?